Hey, how's it going? I'd like to introduce you to a very practical, hands-on way to learn programming for absolute beginners. There's a slew of tutorials out there on various languages and frameworks and etc. etc. But what about an absolute beginner who has never written a line of code and has no idea exactly where to start? The main purpose of this series is to take an absolute beginner from the very beginning and the very basics to get them to a point where they're actually building something practical. Programming does have a lot of theory, and there is a lot to know. When you're learning something new, to be bombarded with a whole bunch of new concepts and terms is very overwhelming for a beginner. And I find if you have an end project to focus on, especially something as fun and interactive as a game, it will make the experience that much better. And the reason why is because you'll see how all of these terms and concepts and definitions fit into a bigger picture of achieving an actual goal. This series has been carefully thought out to break everything down step by step to show you everything you need to know, but only when you need to know it. You will not be able to move on to the next tutorial until you complete an exercise from the tutorial before. Let me demonstrate what you'll be able to do by the end of this series. To the right, you'll see something that says tic-tac-toe game. Our very basic tic-tac-toe game that a beginner will be able to do. Actually, by the end of it, you'll actually be intermediate if you make it to the end. Tic-tac-toe. Everyone knows tic-tac-toe. X, O, X, O, X, O, X, O, and then there's a winner. How do we get images on the page? How do we alternate between X and O? How do we determine a winner? All of that will be covered. Over to the left, you'll see a breakdown of how each tutorial is structured. First, there's a set of video instructions that will walk you through step by step for every single tutorial. Once you complete the video, each video will be accompanied by an exercise where you'll have to write some code to demonstrate that you understand what was being taught in the video. You can't just write gibberish, because if you do, you will not be able to move on. So if you can't get that code right, watch the video again to get the instructions and try again. Once you get it right, you unlock the next video and are able to move on. And why should you listen to me? Well, I've been doing this for over 10 years. If you listen and pay attention carefully, you can avoid a lot of the common pitfalls and mistakes that you would make without expert guidance. I'll let you be the judge of how helpful, practical, and easy to understand these tutorials really are. If it doesn't make sense or if it's over your head, let me know. So, hop right into tutorial number 1 and best of luck in your Learn Programming Now journey.